Sorry. That's scared. All right. Howdy, hey, and welcome to Brews with Bae. Wow. It's been way too freaking long since I said that, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just very excited to get back into it. I know it's been a hot minute, and I know I've been teasing like it's coming back. It's back. We're back. We'll just address the elephant in the room, which is the fact that it's been like way too long, almost a year, maybe, since I last released an episode. I know it's been too long. I'm not going to take this long of a break anytime after this. Like I just won't. It's a lot of work to edit an episode, to record episodes, all that. I got burnout. Yeah. It's just the season I have been in. I couldn't sustain it anymore. And so I was like, I need to take a break. I also had only done like the one episode with a guest. That's going to change this time. So anyway, I'm excited. I'm excited for this season. We're going to have guests. I've got ideas, which we're going to get into, but to give you a little life update, to give you a little catch up on what's been going on in the last like 10 months or whatever since I last released an episode. I have got a lot of exciting things happening in the background. There's some things that I like can share, some things that I'm like still working out, so I can't necessarily talk about it a bunch, but I do have big news, and you actually might be the first to officially know all the information. I have an EP that's coming out, which that I think has been known. Like I think that was kind of understood that I was going to release an EP, but it's coming out. As of right now, the date is June 5th. So as of recording this, that's about a month. I think this episode's going to go out next week, which means that, or maybe the week after. Anyway, I should have a new song out as well. It's the last single before the EP releases. It's called Angel in a Stetson. So that will be out on streaming platforms whenever you're listening to this. So go give it a listen. The EP is going to have 2 additional songs plus an extended work tape of a song that's already out. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to finally have it out in the world. Honestly, I'm excited to just get started on the next project, like the next music project. So it'll just be nice to have that one done, finished, so that I can like move on mentally to the next thing, because right now I'm just like, oh, I gotta get this thing done. So anyway, that's exciting, and the EP will be ready for pre-save as of the time that you hear this. So go pre-save the album, the EP, whatever. Yeah, I'm excited. It's fun. Also, there's merch on my website, so if you want to go support that way, feel free. I'm kind of like playing with the idea, which I've kind of like decided on it, but I think leading up to the EP, half of the proceeds from the merch I want to donate to charity. And so there's a couple charities that I have in mind, but if you have any that, especially like local to Nashville, if you have any in mind that are, needing help, I would love to get input on places that y'all know of. Some things that specifically tug at my heartstrings lately are homelessness, human trafficking, and foster care. So if you know anybody in those spaces, any charities in those spaces, especially around Nashville, let me know, because I would love to support. But yeah, so go check it out. I'm also on TikTok Shop, so all the things. Okay, what else? Yeah, I guess like leading into like part of the reason why it's taken me so long is like I've just been in one of those seasons of life, and I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer, but I've been in one of those seasons of life where it just feels like I'm kind of treading water, and it feels like it's getting harder and harder to keep my head above the water. So it's been tough, and that's made it hard to want to be like spend time on things like this, because I'm so tired that when I'm done with what I need to get done, I'm like, I just want to sit and do nothing. But I also know that this is so life-giving. And so I'm trying to get to a point where I'm like, I'm just doing it anyway. And so that's kind of where I'm at. And I know that this just gives me so much joy and fulfillment. And I just know it's something that the Lord's put on my heart. So I really want to be intentional about showing up in this space consistently. And so yeah, so we're doing it. It's been a tough season, and it's not like anything specifically has happened. It's just one of those seasons where it's like, yeah, it just feels like a lot. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, I'm not asking for a pity party. I'm not like trying to say that things are super bad. Like nothing's bad necessarily. It just feels like I'm kind of drowning, which I say laughing, but it's true. I really do feel like that, but it's fine. I'm still able to see like beauty and joy in every day, and I'm being intentional about doing things that are life-giving, and I'm just really trying to cling to the Lord during this season. And yeah, it's hard because like sometimes it's like the plans and the way that you envision things for your life, if it doesn't line up that way, it's like it can feel discouraging. And so I don't know, I guess that's kind of where I'm at. I turned 30 in December, and so I don't know if that's playing into it. I don't know if it's just like a mix of things, but anyway, it just feels kind of like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm drowning. I feel like I'm treading water. But she says it with a smile on her face because there's still so much joy and beauty in every day. And I'm like thankful to be close to family. And I've got friends that are having babies, and it's been so fun to see that season of their life and get to celebrate them and just get to love on their fresh little kiddos. And I'm just, yeah, I feel very blessed. But yeah, it's a weird, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just like this weird space where I'm like holding both things. So it's like just like feeling discouraged, feeling like I'm drowning. I really don't know how to explain it other than that. But then also feeling so much joy and excitement and just like celebration for other things that are happening. Not necessarily in my life, but in the people around me. And I just love getting to celebrate the people around me. So anyway, it's weird. So all that to say, if you're going through one of those seasons, and if you are going through one of those seasons, that I think you probably know what I'm like trying to explain that I can't explain. But just know you're not alone. And if you're not going through one of those seasons, check on your friends who are, and like you don't have to have an answer for them. You don't have to tell them like it's all gonna be okay. Like sometimes it's just nice to hear like, dang, I'm sorry that sucks, or like I'll be praying for you, or like, what do you need? How can I support you? How can I be praying for you? You know, like sometimes you don't need an answer. You don't need a fix. Sometimes when people come in and do that, it's like, if it were that easy, I would have done it already. Like, do you think I've not thought of that? And not to say anybody's done that for me, but it's just like, yeah, I don't know. So anyway, if you're not going through one of those seasons and you have friends that maybe are, check on them and just be there for them. Be present. Like that's really all we need sometimes, is just to know that somebody like sees us and is like, I'm sorry, that sucks. Or like, yeah, I don't know. We don't have, like, sometimes you don't have to like fix things. And I think that's something that I tend to struggle with when people tell me something they're going through. I'm like, oh, it's going to be fine. Like maybe this will happen. Or like, at least there's this, and like trying to see the bright side. And like, sometimes you just need to be like, dang, that's brutal. And like, that's all. You just need to feel validated in the fact that you're like, this is a tough freaking time. I feel like people are going to be like, what's going on with you, Bailey? Like, I promise nothing specific is going on. There's like literally nothing bad happening right now, knock on wood. Yeah, it's just one of those seasons where I just feel drained. Anyway, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, so I'm fine. I truly am fine. And I really do find a lot of joy in a lot of things. Actually, some of the things that I'm like really finding a lot of joy in lately, one, just hanging out with my family. Like I genuinely love my family, and I love the fact that we all live super close. My brother lives like 10 minutes from me. My sister lives with me. My parents and my grandparents are like less than 30 minutes down the road. I've got cousins and cousins' babies and all the things, and everybody's within like an hour, and it's really fun. So I feel very fortunate and blessed to have lots of people around me constantly, and I feel blessed to also just like love my family so much. Like they're the people that I hang out with on the weekends. I probably need to hang out with other people on the weekends, but I just love my family, and I just really enjoy getting to spend time with them. So that's part of it. Also, I have been doing a lot of crafting lately. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably know this already, or TikTok, because I just posted it. I actually just made a tote bag. I like sewed a tote bag. I was very excited about it. I've been doing the crochet thing for a hot minute, and that's been like my winter projects mainly, but I have so many that I started, so many projects crochet wise that I've started and I'm not finished. And I don't know what type of person this makes me, but like I'm great at starting new projects. I'm horrible at finishing some of them, especially when they take a long time and then I get excited about something else. And so I've kind of pivoted, and now I've been messing around with the sewing machine because that's been fun. But I do have crochet projects as well. So those are kind of like some of the things that I'm really enjoying lately. And I actually finished the tote bag, so I was very excited to actually finish a project because it's been a while since I've finished a creative project. It's kind of sad, but yeah, just being like crafty and creative. I got to write some music the other day, which was a lot of fun, and then just like exploring little places around my neighborhood that are opening up, and working out. Although lately I'm just like not motivated, but again, just one of those seasons. It's fine. But yeah, the sun's coming out, the weather's warming up. I'm happy, you know. give me a little bit of vitamin D and I'm good to go. But yeah, so that's kind of life lately. I feel like there's like so much to update, but also like not really. Anyway, now you're just going to be in the loop because we're back. We're back, baby. And by we, I mean me. I'm back. Okay, now to the thing that you actually care about, which is talking about the podcast and what it's going to look like. So season 2 is going to look a little different for the sake of making sure that I'm like releasing consistently, but also that I'm not burning out and I'm not just overdoing it and making it to where it either like doesn't sound good or I'm just so burnt out that I don't enjoy it anymore. Like this is such a passion project for me. It's something that I like feel so strongly about, and I just don't want to ruin that for sake of trying to crank things out way too quickly. So I've got some ideas for this season 2, and hopefully in the future there won't be like seasons. It'll just be like a continuous thing that goes. But as of right now, I don't have time. Like I have to have breaks so that I can batch some content. So all that to say, I think the plan as of right now is to release every 2 weeks. Potentially every 10 days. That might be what I do, which I feel like is a weird time. But if you subscribe to the podcast, then you'll get notified anytime that there's a new episode. So just subscribe and you won't miss anything. But I'm thinking every 2 weeks. I might shoot for every 10 days. It just kind of depends. And then eventually I would like to get every week. It's just right now, I don't think I have enough content to be able to do that. And again, there's other things that I'm working on in the background. So like I don't have there's only so many hours in the day, you know? But the format of this is going to look a little different than the first season. The first season was like mainly just me. And this episode, this one that you're listening to right now, it is just me this episode. But I have guests this time and I'm very, very excited. So I'm going to have 2 different formats. One's going to be a long form format, like an hour plus ish, something like that. And that will have guests. We'll do deep dives. If there's like a topic specifically that I feel passionate about talking about, that might be that. But I'm hoping most of those will have guests involved. I know I've got 4 or 5 guests already that I've recorded. So I'm excited to have more people that I've talked to that are interested. And so it's just a matter of recording them and editing them and all the things. So I'm excited. The guests are really fun. Yeah, they're just cool people and like from a variety of spheres, I guess. I've got guys and gals. It's fun and I'm excited, and I'm excited for you to hear their stories and just like things that they're working on and they're passionate about and the conversation that we have. So stay tuned. That'll be fun. Second format is going to be what I'm calling coffee breaks. So this is going to be a shorter form content. It's going to be, the goal is somewhere between like 15 and 30 minutes, maybe a little less, but likely between 15 and 30 minutes, probably no guest. Although I do have one guest that I might break up into multiple coffee breaks. Anyway, probably going to be no guests on these, or they're just going to be like smaller, more focused content, like more focused topics that we're talking about, like a quick little like hot take or tips and tricks or advice or Q&A if we get into that. I don't know. That could be fun. I don't know. I feel like nobody's going to ask me questions, but like if we wanted to do a Q&A, we could do that. Or just like things that, I don't know, things that don't necessarily like necessitate a full episode, but that I still feel like strongly about talking about. That'll be where that lives. So it's going to be every other. So this one is technically a coffee break, the intro episode. And then the next episode will be a full length. It's going to be my friend Erin. That will be in 2 weeks or potentially 10 days. Depending on what I decide on, but it'll be every other will be long form, short form. Oh, actually, okay. So also for the coffee breaks, this is an idea that I've been floating. I don't know. As I get into it, I haven't recorded any coffee breaks yet because they're just going to be easier to do. The guest episodes are the harder ones to like schedule and edit and do all that. But I will have coffee breaks, and I'm thinking, my thought is that I'll go to coffee shops, like local coffee shops. And I just bought some lavalier mics. So I've used them for one episode when I was traveling, and I need to like really listen to the audio and see if I can make it sound good. So there's a chance that I won't end up using those, but I would really like to use those in the coffee break episodes because I think it'd be fun to be in different settings, whether it's like at a gym or at a coffee shop or in a park. I don't know. Or I have so many ideas, and anyway, I'm not going to bore you with all the details of what goes on in my mind, but I have these lavalier mics and I'm excited. They're the ones that like clip onto your shirt or whatever. And I have some ideas. So I'm thinking that's kind of going to be where it's at. I think the coffee break episodes might start at a coffee shop or like I'll have gone to a local coffee shop and I can kind of like chat about some local coffee shops. I don't know. We'll see. But that's kind of my like vision in my head, is that it'll have that plus the topic that we're talking about. Otherwise, if I'm at home, a lot of the times it's probably going to be here. Although all my episodes so far that I've recorded with guests, I do have coffee from local coffee shops to where I'm at. I think all the episodes that I've recorded are not in the state of Tennessee. They've been in other states. So they're none local to Tennessee, but that's okay, you know? But yeah, that's kind of my plan. Every other week. That should make it more manageable for me to be consistent and like have a longer season. I like actually want this to continue. I'd really love to like not have technically any other new season going forward. It should just be like a continuous flow of content. So we'll see. But I think this will be way more sustainable and also will kind of give you options on what to listen to. So if you're into the long form content and you're doing something like you're driving somewhere or you're working and you need something to listen to, you'll have a longer form content. Or if you don't commute very far or you're just like needing a quick little hit of something, it'll be your coffee break episodes. So I don't know. For me, I love podcasts. I love all forms of podcasts, but I especially love long form podcasts. Like my ideal podcast is like 2 hours. That's not what I've recorded. I don't think any of my podcasts will be 2 hours, at least in this season or in the next like 10 episodes. But I do love a long form podcast because I don't want to have to keep searching for podcasts. I like to listen to them during the day. I work from home. So like for me, especially if I'm doing something that's like mind numbing work where it's just like, I do a lot of data entry or data, like that makes it sound really coordinator level. It's not, but it's a lot of like data analytics and stuff like that. So I'm like having to look, but I'm not necessarily having to use brain power to do so. It's like a lot of formulas and things like that. So when I'm in that mode, or I'm doing the things that are just like super baseline that just like have to get done, and I'm just like mind numbing work, I'll listen to a podcast because I like to have something in the background and I don't want to have to keep looking for podcasts. So I like a long form podcast that I can listen to and just like put it on and know it's going to last me for like the project that I'm working on. So my ideal podcasts are longer form because also if I don't finish it, I'll just like pause it and I'll go back to it. Like I have no problem with pausing in the middle of a podcast and then coming back to it in like a day or two. Some people aren't like that. I know some people are probably only listening to this because it's like me and they're like, oh, I'm going to support. And if you're not a podcast person, then like listening to 30 plus minutes might be too much. I'm sorry, but I'm not really, because if you're not a podcast person, like that is what it is. Also, if you like videos, I have it on YouTube as well. And I think it's also on Spotify. I think they have the option to watch the video. So if you're into that, I like to at least have the video on. That way, if somebody refers to something that they're seeing in the room or that they're doing, you can like see what's happening and I can just like glance over and see. I don't like watch it the whole time, but I like to just have it there. That way, if like somebody makes a face, I can be like, ooh, what did they just do? You know? But anyway, so if you're into that, that is there. I'm curious, actually, y'all's take. Do you listen to podcasts regularly? Or are you just listening to this because it's me? And if you do listen to podcasts regularly, what is like your ideal length of a podcast episode? Is it like 20 minutes? Is it 30 minutes? Is it an hour? Are you one of those that likes 2 hours plus? Like, I'm curious. I'm going to put a poll. I think I can put a poll on the podcast page, actually. I don't know. I'm going to put a podcast poll. Go search for it. And I'll do one on my Brews with Bay Instagram. So go check that out and either comment. I don't know if I'm going to do a comment or a poll. Either way, respond to whatever that post is. I'll put it on there. And let me know what your like ideal length of a podcast episode is, because yeah, I'm just curious if I'm like crazy and just love the long podcasts and nobody else does, or is that something that a lot of people like? It's probably not going to change how I do mine, but answer that question because I want to know. I want y'all's take. And then aside from that, that's kind of all I've got for this episode. I am just so excited to be back, be recording again. This genuinely just like makes me so happy. I've been like kind of dreading it because I'm like, oh, it's going to be so much work. In that sense, that's why I've been dreading it. I'm like, oh my goodness, I know this is going to be so much work and so much effort. But then I'm sitting here recording and I'm so excited and it just makes me so happy. So I get a lot of joy out of this. I'm excited to be back. I'm excited for the season. I'm excited for the guests I get to share with you guys. Genuinely, it's so fun. And the conversations that I have, it's so life-giving and I love it. And I gain something from these conversations. So I hope you do too. If you like the podcast, please give it a 5-star review, comment, like, subscribe, all the things that helps other people to find it. Share it if you want, if you like it. because that just like helps people to find the podcast and yeah, more people to get to hear it. And then I can do more of this, you know? That would be fun. But yeah, okay, so next, technically in 2 weeks, the next episode you'll hear will be my friend Aaron Mace. He is based in Los Angeles now. He's an actor. We talk about his journey from Arizona to Texas to California, which was like a wild thing in my mind. I was just like constantly, I was like trying to figure out where he even came from. We talk about identity and navigating challenges and just realizing that sometimes you just got to start something. Like sometimes you just got to go for it. You got to stop overthinking and just do it. Anyway, I'm excited to share his episode. I was listening to it the other day as I was editing and it just put a smile on my face. And I'm just, yeah, it was such an encouragement and I hope it's an encouragement to you. I hope it gives you kind of that push to, that nudge to go after the things that the Lord's put on your heart. Also to just like make sure you don't put your identity in the wrong places and the wrong things. Yeah, I think it's going to be a really cool episode. I think there's a lot of good nuggets in there and I hope it's an encouragement to you and that you also enjoy it. But yeah, so I'm excited. So stay tuned for the next episode. Subscribe so that you get notified when it comes out. I'll be posting all the things. So that's all I got for this episode. I think we're under 30 minutes, which is kind of wild. Until next time, love you, bye.